all you business owners out there who are feeling burnt out trying to manage your social media account and feeling like pulling out your hair, this video is for you. I want to talk about how to increase your sales while reducing social media burnout. And I can say this from experience that your social media posts, although those can work, they can work for your business to grow revenue, they are not essential. That is the message of this YouTube video. And I really hope this video makes some people mad, you leave some cool comments, or it makes you super excited so that you agree and tell me all about it. But this is the thing. In my life, I have never generated a fresh lead and sale from those three things, which is a social media post, a blog article, or a freebie giveaway. I think the main reason why is because number one, people need to develop a relationship with you, and that requires longevity. It requires face-to-face interactions. It requires building trust. And social media is a very slow drip method of building trust over time. The fastest, most potent way of getting relationships that matter and that convert to sales is actually going face-to-face. Doing something like a 30-minute consult, that has generated revenue for me. Doing a live webinar, that has generated revenue for me. Going to a trade show and walking the floor, talking to people, that has generated revenue for me. I've also done things like, reached out to organizations that actually have my target audience and offered to do free things for them, or offered to do paid but less expensive things for them. It's called added value programming. So again, I would go to a candy organization and say like, hey, I would be happy to do a packaging webinar for your team to share with them all that I know to help them grow their sales. So that was a way where I got in front of a concentrated group of people who were decision makers, and I gave them something, and I was in front of them like face to face, allowed them to actually ask me questions. Those type of activities will generate more sales for you. Not only will it be effective, it will be way cheaper in terms of your time or your money, because social media posts, let's be honest, take a ton of time. And unless you're really good at product selfies or looking cool, you're probably not doing a good job of it. So until you have a budget to pay someone else to make you look cool, it can be super expensive because you are the CEO and you're also the janitor of your company. So again, in terms of effectiveness and cheapness, being in person is the best way to do it. And then number three, the reason why being in front of a person is way more effective than any of these freebie type of things is because it makes you vulnerable. And I can see this in people that I talk to who are sort of obsessed with this concept of doing online marketing, and they don't offer any kind of in-person avenues for connecting. It doesn't allow you to actually have to put your heart or face on the line. And by putting yourself in front of a person, allowing them to actually in real time talk to you, what it does is that it allows that person to post complaints and to ask you questions, and for you to listen to the things that a person really needs to know in order to be able to make a decision. Social media is only a platform to give you a like or a quick comment. It doesn't allow for that vulnerability that sometimes is essential for you to understand what it would take for you to close a client. If you feel a little bit burnt out because of your social media, and if you ever look at my incredible social media accounts, they're really not that big. They're super small. But if you ever see these things and you feel a little bit jealous, or wow, she's really doing it, she's really killing it. I've only recently started creating these things, and they have never created a brand new sale. The things that have created a brand new client, real revenue, measurable revenue, really great ROI is getting in front of a person. So I have an article that talks more about this, and you can go check it out on my blog, emilyannpage.com/start to sold. So I invite you to come there and leave a comment, share with me, criticize me, or compliment me for even having the guts to say that social media isn't essential, because I want to know what's actually working for your business. And the things that I shared with you here should relieve some stress. The biggest conclusion I want to share with you is that if you're feeling burnt out and you're working really hard, you're probably a micromillimeter off in terms of your business process. And sometimes just coming back to the basics will help you to work less, be more effective at creating sales and work less. So your homework is to, number one, write out a list of your sales and marketing activities that you've been up to this week. Write them out. Okay, I've been posting on social media. I've been doing TikTok stories. I've been, responding to comments on LinkedIn. I've been whatever. Write the long list of, like, maybe even make it for the month. So that's the first step. Write out your list. Then number two, I want you to write down the number of leads generated from those things, and then the number of sales converted, and then the number of dollars earned. Okay, so this is an Excel spreadsheet that you can create. And tell me, where is the majority of your income coming from? It should be from just 20% approximately of your activities. So at this point, we have gotten clarity about what your main focus should be. And so then your next and final step is to stop doing those other things. If you're burnt out, you need to stop. Trust me on this. I know that sounds like a jerk thing to say, but you need to stop posting on Instagram. If it's not creating revenue, stop it. If you're burnt out, stop it. Go and focus on the stuff that actually creates sales for you. You can come back to that stuff later. As I mentioned, I don't generate, or I've never generated revenue from these activities, but I don't believe that I will never. I just think that it will take a really long time for these social media accounts to create real sales for me. And I think they're going to end up being a different type of client than the ones I'm currently targeting for most of my services that I sell. So my goal long-term is that for me to do this stuff over time. Social media can be proof. So once I've already met someone, they will go look at my Instagram channel just to prove, like, hey, are they a real company? Can I see some examples of their work? Can I read about, their expertise through that freebie? So these social media things I'm building slowly over time to help prove to people more quickly than a phone conversation that, hey, this girl's legit. She knows how to deliver. So I hope this actually encourages you, no matter where you are in your business, that you don't need social media to succeed or to generate revenue. If I did it, you can do it too. Please leave a story about how you generate revenue, or share your best tips for getting in front of people, whether it's webinars, trade shows, free 30-minute consults. Please share that in the notes below for other people to benefit. And I hope that this video helped you go from start to sold.